of you are capable of getting big. Every single person in this room is capable.
Hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there, make them stay there, make them stay there, make them stay there. Make them stay there, stay there, stay there. And they stay. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
You gotta say, thank God for showing me how big my breakthrough is about to be.
And they stay there.
Man, I gotta love Rick. He keeps changing the length of the videos on me by like some magical amount of seconds. But hey, listen, it's Tuesday night, so I don't care, Rick. I'm over it already, man. That was quick. Don't worry. Guys, do me a favor. We've got 103, so we can officially start, right? We've got triple digits officially right now. But do me a favor. There's somebody here, or there's somebody not here that's supposed to be. Shoot them a message really quick. Get them here. And bring them back. Guys, do me a favor really quick. We're going to talk about some like mute button awareness and some Zoom etiquette stuff. So as you come into any meeting, if you're not planning to speak, like please make sure you're muted. We don't want to hear you coming in yelling at somebody, throwing like a frying pan across the room. Like be here, be prepared, and be ready to learn. So do me a favor. We got 100 plus now, 110. Put it in the Zoom chat. And I know some of you guys did already, but let everybody see that just showed up. What state are you zooming in from, right? Not state of mind, but like what state are you coming in from? So take a look, guys. If you're brand new, I want you to get sort of a feel for where everybody is in the country, because I promise you, they're not just like 5 minutes down the road from you. They might be, but more than likely, they are all over the country. All right, so my name is Noah. I'm one of the regional vice presidents. I'm one of the owners here with Andy and Brittany. I'm direct. Andy recruited me directly, and so I thank God for them, right? Because they brought me into this business, changed my life, and now I get the pleasure of coming to you on day one of August production. So tonight, what are we gonna do? Tonight I'm gonna go over all the new incentives because there's some crazy new stuff that the company just dropped, like huge, massive incentives. Haley Spires, one of my senior regional leaders, she had one of her biggest months in a long time last month. She's going to do some recognition for us, and then I'm going to kind of help us understand a little bit around like why recruiting is important, and then go over some like basic social media stuff that I think we've been sort of negligent on lately. We've just been assuming people know it, and we're going to tighten that up a little bit. And then coach of coaches, right? Andy and Brittany. Andy's going to come in and close us out. He's got a special bombshell announcement. He wouldn't tell me what it is, so it must be pretty good. So if you're even thinking about leaving before 9 o'clock, please don't, right? Andy will be on around 8:45, 8:50. He's here now, but he's going to jump in. And so listen, you don't want to miss that. So let me bring up the presentation. If some of you guys have seen this already, then great. But if you haven't, this will be a great opportunity for you to realize what's actually coming up. Okay. So here we go, right? We're calling it Do It August. The company always themes the month as we go through this. How many of you, though, don't really understand what Do It August even means from like a company perspective, like a Primerica lore, right? Do you think it's just like a ripoff of Nike, or like, do you guys know? Or is there anybody that doesn't know where this comes from? Right? Because if you don't know, right, then what I'm going to show you really quick, and if you were on a little bit early before the main video, you might have already seen it, but this is really one of Art's like most famous speeches, okay? and it's the Just Do It speech. And I'm just gonna roll like 3 minutes. It's actually like a 20-minute video. If you ever get a chance, you should just, or not get a chance, you should make time to just go watch it, right? We're gonna go back. It's about 3 minutes, so just stay with me, guys. I promise it's important. Okay, it's important.
Lifetime figuring things out. They always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see somebody like Art Williams, everybody says, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it, but he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost, in everything they do, almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.O. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then finally have achieved something you need. And
listen, guys, you just do it, right? And Art's even still talking over me in the background. I got to get him out of the way. But the point of that is, and Michelle, I think, Michelle, I don't know you, Michelle. I don't think we've ever met. But your question about if houses aren't selling, how do you do it? To quote my favorite person in Primerica, you just do it. Because the short answer is, the reason most people don't do it is because they have a preconceived notion of how it's supposed to look. And then when it doesn't look that way, they don't take action. And that goes for anything. That's not just the business. That's not just for whatever, right? And so if houses aren't selling, well, it's because either the market's bad or whatever. No, it's just price, right? It's just price. It's purely price, because it's not selling because you have it priced what you think it's worth, not what the market thinks it's worth. At the end of the day, like, that's reality. And nobody wants to accept that, but something's only worth what someone else is willing to pay. No matter what, period, right? Well, I mean, we could go on forever. We're not going to. But my point is, if you really wanted to sell the thing, slash price. You need to get out of it, sell it. People won't sell for a price that they don't believe is fair, and that's the disconnect. All right? So why did I share that with you, though? One, we got to understand our history. We can't know where we're going if we don't know where we're from. Okay. So if the company rolls out something about do it August, but nobody's ever seen the Art Williams just do it speech, it's kind of hard to rally behind that. So I wanted to show you guys that because there's so many new people. But there's a great book out there, guys. It's called Leaders Start with Why. The author's name is Simon Sinek, and I feel like a lot of times, especially with the younger, like with this younger generation, they really want to be told why. And so great. I'll tell you why, right? Here's the play. Glenn Williams today called the play, or yesterday, technically, I guess, right? But here you go. Here's the number one priority for August. We had over 43,000 recruits in July. Right now, the company is on a massive goal to put $1 trillion of term life insurance in force. Right now, the call to action is for everybody to go write 5 apps, right? 5 apps. Whether you write them or they're field training observations from your new recruits, yeah, your newest person coming in should be sitting on 5 appointments. And we're going to talk about 3 for a G here in a minute. I know I said 5 and then I said 3, right? There's a reason, I promise. But 3 for a G, keep that in the back of your mind as we roll through this today, all right? Bonuses, promotions, certifications, guys. Activity is where this business starts, and it's really where it gets fun. And the explosion is where we need to roll with this. Okay, so just some basic Zoom etiquette. We're going to start hammering this again just because we see it a lot. And teach your people this stuff, guys, right? Look, my background is military. If I'm not early, I feel like I'm late to a fault, right? I'm probably 10 minutes early no matter what. And sometimes I'm 10 minutes early for the 10 minutes early. Look, I know, right? I'm not perfect and I accept that. It's okay. But look, I would rather be early and just be waiting on someone than ever someone waiting on me. So look, treat this thing that you're doing like a business, and eventually it's going to pay you like a business, right? But if you show up late, you walk in, you're like, just think about it like a job. You wouldn't stroll into a meeting late. You wouldn't do it. Now, look, I get it. Like, worst case scenario, I would rather have you on the meeting for something than nothing. And I would rather have you on the meeting like just plugged in, sort of like plugging your phone in, right? I would rather have you plugged in than not, but make an effort. Be here on time, be early, camera on, right? Have something to write with. Look, guys, like the dullest pencil, I use a pen, but you get it, right? The dullest pencil is going to catch more than the sharpest mind. It's going to retain it more. Take notes. Be serious. Be a professional. Okay. Mute button awareness is a big one though. Please, like people coming in and yelling at cats and all sorts of stuff like craziness, just come in, be muted, right? Be mindful of that. Nobody wants to hear that. All right, here we go. Here we go, right? Everything starts with one by one. Okay. Everything starts with one by one, and the company knows that. So check it out. You go do one by one this month, or if you just get licensed, you're going to get an Art Williams autographed t-shirt. Now, don't come at me telling me that Art Williams didn't sign your shirt. You can tell that it's like a print or whatever. Come on. You know he didn't sign it. It's his signature. But now you know where it comes from. Okay? Go into your POL and go into your my like account area and actually update your t-shirt size, because if you don't and you earn one, it's going to get sent to the office and it's going to be an XL. And if you're like this big and you get an XL, well, I guess you got a blanket, right? You got a do it blanket. We won't go there. But who's going to earn the shirt, guys? Right? Who wants a shirt? And listen, it's not about a shirt. It's not about a shirt. I promise you, it's not about a shirt. But if you earn one and we get them on time and you're coming to ECBS, that would be a pretty cool picture, right? Because then we could say did it on the caption of the picture. Just saying, I don't know, right? But we'll have some fun with it. We'll have some fun with it. Here we go. Big announcements. Look, I did not think that the company was going to extend discounted IBAs into August. I really didn't. But they did, right? And thank you to Primerica because they're always surprising us with something. But check it out, right? Fine print right here, right? Licensing fee is reduced to $74 through August 10th. Through August 10th. So what does that mean? Well, that means on August 11th, when you wake up, if you did not get that thing done on time, you're going to wake up and it's going to be $124. Okay. So help your people get that done ahead of time and load up, right? Get people in now, create some urgency. Because here's the other fun thing. If you have people coming into the business right now and they haven't had a game changer yet, and maybe if you earned one last month, you can earn one this month. I don't know. but I would focus on the people that have not earned one yet. Look, you come in and you did that one by one. Now you're going to get a t-shirt and you're also going to earn a game changer. Well, what does that mean? That's a free IBA is the way to think about it. Well, I added this in here, right? For the extra, the $25 still applies, right? Don't go tell somebody it's free and then ambush them with the 25. Just, prepare them. But that always applies no matter what, even if you're coming in licensed and we're waiving the cost. Okay. But listen, if you earn a game changer right now through the 10th, it doesn't expire until 17 days later. So if you loaded up your activity right now for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days and you blasted it out and you got all sorts of activity moving and you load up with a whole bunch of game changers, that means even when the price goes up, right after the 10th, you still have the ability to bless some people and start stacking them and using them. Now, listen, right? All of the regional vice presidents are on the same page with this, and we've all talked about it. We are not going to let a single game changer go unused. We're not, right? I don't care if somebody came in, they left, we earned it somehow. It's just like floating around. We're going to use it, and then we'll move that person to you later. We'll make it happen. Okay. Just ask. Ask your regional vice president, right? You've got somebody that you think could be great in the business, you want to bless them, just ask, right? Say, hey coach, are there any game changers out there that need to get used? Because once they expire, they expire. I would rather bring somebody in the business regardless. Does that make sense? All right. So do not let those go unused. Right. Listen, guys, a couple of big things coming up. Hector Lamarck is going to be here with us in September, Clearwater, Florida, at the East Coast Builder School. Do me a favor, in the Zoom chat right now, if you have not gotten your ECBS ticket yet, say, I need a ticket, right? I need a ticket in the Zoom chat if you need one still. Because if you need one, you should get one. Whether you think you can come or not in person, you need to get one because you're going to get a Zoom link for it. The whole thing is going to be live streamed. More importantly, you're going to have the recording of it after. You can go back and watch all of this. Guys, I don't know how much longer Hector is going to be around, and I definitely can't tell you the next time he's going to do like a full weekend in person. Look, if you need a ticket, right, guys, be watching the Zoom chat. Please reach out to your teammates that need a ticket. Help them get a ticket. Look, you can scan the code right now, the QR code, scan that thing. It'll take you to the link. Make sure you use your regional vice president's rep ID when you log in to register, but just go get you a ticket. Worst case scenario, just make sure you can log in and watch it September 11th and 12th. If you can be here in person, amazing. I would love to see you in person. I would love to meet you guys. And for those of you that are coming, right, when you get here, don't hide, please. When you get here, like come up and say hi. I'm going to be there. Andy's going to be there. The regional vice presidents are going to be there. Come say hi. Be social. It's our time, right? As the remote hierarchy to bring everybody together and look at all of the faces that you've been looking in those tiny little boxes, right? For the last however many months. Come say hi, please. Be social. All right. Does anybody know we're going to the Bahamas in February? March, I guess. March. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? I know, right? Because this was the first trip that was going on when I came into the business 4 years ago, and I was kind of salty that I didn't get to go. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I wanted to go to this one. This place is amazing, guys. Baja Mar. Check this out. 500 slots, the most ever offered. The company is taking 2,000 qualifiers, which means there are going to be 4,000 people that get to go to the Bahamas for free. They're going to earn it. The company's going to pay for it for free. Listen, I've been to the Bahamas, but I've never been to this place. And this place looks ridiculous. And I cannot wait to go. Okay. So look, mark these dates off right now. The 1st through the 7th. I don't know what phase we're going to be in, but if we're going to go, it's going to be one of those dates. So if you got to get the time off right now, do it. Put in for the whole week. Who cares? Right? You want that time. You want that time. All right. Listen, this is a big one. This is a big one. I got 2 more minutes. I'm going to give it over to Haley and she's going to knock out some recognition for us. Look, this is huge. If you are in your bonus window, meaning you're unlicensed and you've come into the business recently, put me in the Zoom chat right now. Put me in the Zoom chat right now. If you are in your bonus window, you can still earn a bonus, you're unlicensed, even if you passed your test and you're waiting to be appointed, it still applies to you, right? I'm talking to all of you guys right now. The company is going to give you an extra $100 an extra $100 for every one by one. Every one by one. Even if you're even say you're like two by 1700 right now, if you go do a $300 life app on somebody and it bumps you over 2000, you're going to make a $300 bonus for that. Guys, go look at your training stuff right now. Go look at your app. Go log in. Go log in and just see. $300 for every single one by one. So remember earlier when I said three for a G, right? That three for a G is right now. So I don't know what is going on. That stupid little arrow won't go away, but whatever, right? But three for a G, guys. Maybe it'll move, right? Oh, here we go. Yay, finally. Three for a G. Look, if you're brand new and you go do a one by one, you're going to earn the shirt, right? You're going to bank a $300 bonus. Keeps going, right? It keeps going. And you're going to lock in your first promotion. 35% contract forever. Now, remember when I said three for a G? Check it out. Three by three is a $900 bonus. Plus, you should have already logged into your app. That's $950. Listen, don't come at me for 50 bucks. Three for a G, you get me, right? And now you have a 50% contract forever, which means on average, every time you're helping a client, you're making about $500 an appointment. Oh, and by the way, brand new, unlicensed, guess what you're doing on all these appointments? Smiling and nodding. I mean, Bill, you can smile and nod, right? Yeah, buddy, you're doing great. That's all you've got to do, guys. You got to make a phone call, you got to set an appointment, you got to smile and nod. Because really, who do you think is going to give the best presentation to one of your people? You, brand new, doesn't know what you're doing? Or one of us, we've been around for a minute and we kind of know what's going on. Yeah, your trainer. And where else are you going to learn? In the field. Think about it like this, and I'm going to kick it over to Haley. Where did you guys learn how to swim? Most of you, I'm going to go on a limb and say most of us know how to swim, right? Right? Quentin, did you learn how to swim in a book? Did you learn how to swim watching YouTube? Right? No, guys, you learn to swim in the water, right? So listen, you're going to learn to swim in this business by getting in the field and setting some appointments and letting your trainer run those appointments for you. All right. So listen, we got some unfinished business as a hierarchy, right? We are on a mission to be the fastest to 2 million. We're not done yet. I promise you, we're not done. We're just getting warmed up. We are just getting warmed up. And so we keep getting warmed up by keep running big numbers. And right now, I'm going to bring up Haley. If you guys haven't met Haley Spires before, she's one of the senior regional leaders from Atlas. She is working on her own team, right? So she's got the vortex spinning over there. She's cranking up. She's going to give us some recognition. Guys, listen, she's got a plan right now for her $50,000 watch. We sat down and made a plan the other day. 6 months from now, she's going to have that watch. So she's going to cross convention with the watch and the new one, right? She's on her RVP sort of like trajectory right now. She's doing it. She's going to go past her SIE and just start running these numbers and get back to what we know she can do. So Haley, let's light them up with some recognition and I'll take it back, girl.
All right. Alrighty. So our weekly recognition. The first one we always start with is the top unlicensed premium. So with this, do you have to be licensed? Where that sound came up. So at number 3, we have Mackenzie Borman with $3,400 in premium. Number 2, we have Haley McClellan with $3,500. And at number 1, we have Mallory Edlin with $3,900. Top personal premium below RVP. So at number 3, we have Casey Kinsey with $4,900. Brittany and Adam Swift with $6,200. And John and Honey Height with $6,300 in premium. Guys, this is in the last 7 days, so just remember that. This is just a week. Top premium below RVP. Number 3, we have Brittany and Adam Swift with $11,000. At number 2, we have Casey and Kyle Morris with $11,800. And then at number 1, we have John and Honey Height with over $21,000 in premium this week.
Let's go, John. That's sick, buddy. I mean, that's that RVP run. That's what those numbers will do.
For recruiting, we had a lot with 3, Kendall Brewer and Barbie Taylor both had 4. Top team recruits below RVP, Jet Park with 14, Casey and Kyle Morris with 15, and John and Honey Height with 19. RVP team recruits, Luke Casey and Tyler Johnson with 15, Pow Pow with 21, and Queen Bee with 39.5. Top team premium RVP and above, Noah and Melissa McQueen with 10,000, Pow Pow with 23,000, and Queen Bee with 24,000. I'm not even saying Andy. I'm just gonna all go to Queen Bee. Top below RVP personal cash. So we kind of did top 5 because we had a lot of people that were up there this week. Jana Stacy with 1,600, Aaliyah Davis with 2,200, Haley and Philip Spires with $2,300, Brittany and Adam Swift with $2,800, and John and Honey Height with $3,300. Guys, this is money that we made in a week, in 7 days. Okay. Top personal cash, RVP and above, Noah and Melissa McQueen, Pow Pow, and Queen Bee. All right, newly life licensed. Let's see, Steve Ross, Caitlin Higgins, Jill Floyd, and Jessica, I'm not even going to try to say your name because I'm going to butcher it. So, way to go, guys, on passing your exam. For securities, we didn't have anyone, so who's next on passing their exam?
Who's next, guys? Who's next? Thank you, Haley. Guys, give it up for Haley in the Zoom chat, right? It is not easy getting in front of almost 150 people. And right. But listen, if you're gonna be an RVP someday, you gotta figure it out. You got to, right? I know, listen, Haley hates being in front of people. She hates being on camera. So guess what I'm gonna start making her do more and more and more if she wants to be an RVP. She got to do it, right? What did Art say this morning? Or what did Art say earlier? Just do it. But coach, I don't want to be on camera. Just do it. Just do it. All right. Listen, I promised we would talk a little bit about social media, right? Because it is the play that we run, and it's the script and the play that Andy has built for us over the last 8 years, and it works. It works. Why does recruiting matter though? And not just recruiting. Why does massive recruiting matter? Anybody? Put in the Zoom chat. What do you think? Why do you think it matters? Do we just want to like bring people in the business for the fun of it? Does anybody like hear me out, right? Does anybody make any money by recruiting anybody? Don't, well, not with the bonus, right? With the I get it, right? But but if you're licensed and you're around like me, if I go recruit somebody right now, do I make any money? No, right? No, I don't want to just be like an IBA collector, and it's not a requirement. You don't have to. But think about it like this. Without recruiting, and it's just you, let's change the industry. Let's pretend you're a real estate agent and you're so good you become a broker. So you open your own office, right? You have your own real estate agency and your own real estate brokerage, but you're the only realtor. It's just you. It's just you. If you're going to open an entire office, but it's just you, does that really make any sense? If you don't sell any houses, do you make any money? Would you open and run your own business without any employees or any staff? Is it starting to get a little bit more clear now why recruiting is important? Guys, you're not just recruiting and putting some stuff on social media for funsies. It's not just for the sake of it, right? Think about like let's flip the industry again, right? Without recruiting, how many college athletic sports teams would exist if they stopped recruiting completely? How many of those sports teams would exist in inside of like 18 months? Maybe even a year, really. Not one. They wouldn't exist, right? They wouldn't exist. Have you guys ever seen like a help wanted ad go up anywhere? Like help wanted ad, right? Like or like a job board or something. Are those people recruiting? Or are they just putting something out there because they're nice? They're looking for people, right? How many of you licensed agents get weird random text messages from people offering you something to come to them and they've got this great thing and or is that just me? Am I the only one? Are they looking at my production numbers and they say Noah's so great, we want him right now? No, they're buying a list of licensed agents in the area and blasting it out. They are recruiting. Why? Because they want more people in the business. Because it makes sense. Because if you have more people producing something and you run the business, you have the opportunity to make more money and you don't have to be there. If you don't own a system where people can run their own way and make their own money, all you own is a job. And that's not what anybody came here for, right? Guys, you didn't come here to own a job. You came here to duplicate and build a system. And the whole point of duplicating and building that system is eventually to have not just financial freedom, but time freedom to go with it. You can work a job until you die and have all the financial freedom in the world, but if you don't have the time freedom to go with it, it's not really worth a damn thing. You with me on that? So, recruiting, right? Back to the basics. Keeping the main thing the main thing. It's the tip of the spear, guys. It's the most important thing we do because it's where everything starts. It's where everything starts, guys. Because one, recruiting is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. How many of you guys want to cold call people all day, every day, like 200, 300, 400 calls a day? How many of you guys want to do that? Is that why you came here? Because I didn't. That's not why I came here, right? Guys, we exist and art built us a warm and hot market lead system. Okay. Some of you may have seen this graphic, maybe not. But look, this is it. This is everything. This is the red line fundamentals, right? And I mean, Primerica even ripped this off from us and built a different version of it. Our graphic is better. They should have just used ours if they were going to do it in the first place. They should have just used ours. Andy was cooler, right? They could have just said Primerica fundamentals and like gave Andy a little bit of credit in the bottom. But look, the tip of the spear is recruiting. It's where everything starts. Because if you want to build distribution and you want to build a business inside of a business, that's where everything starts. You can't have a licensed agent without bringing them into the business. Guys, when do you clean a fish? Put in the Zoom chat. When do you clean a fish? Not enough country folk here, right? Not enough. There we go. There we go. I was worried, Andy. I didn't think anybody's gonna get that one. Yeah, it's after you catch it, guys. It's after you catch it. But you got to catch it first. And that's right here. Once we got you, then we're going to bring you in the business, train you, get you licensed, and then promote you. And then we go right back. 3x3 forever. 3x3, guys, forever. That's the goal. That's what it takes to build something big here. It doesn't take 100 people. 3x3 is all it takes. Okay. And so when we think about recruiting and we use the social media play, I want to teach you guys some fundamentals. And I want you to sort of like remove the idea of like passive, right? Passive. Passive means passenger. It means you're not driving, right? And so I want you to think about like active, taking control, driving the activity. Now, what do I mean by that? Here's the example, right? A lot of people, and I've seen this lately, and it's the main reason I wanted to do this tonight. A lot of people are putting something out on social media and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, and expecting the entire world to flood to them, right? And like just beat their door down to buy something. Guys, that is not the way anything works. Think about it. How many of your friends do you know sell something and they post some stuff every day, twice a day, three, four, five times a day, and you just get sick of looking at their stuff and you stayed friends with them, but you sort of like quiet quit the relationship, right? And you just like unfollow. Come on. You know you do, right? It's a safe space. You can tell me you did, right? Terry, I know you did. I can see it on your face, girl. You know you did. So look, if you unfollow those people, why are you doing it? Uh-oh. Got him. Got him. Right? Somebody knows they're guilty. Why are you doing it? Quit doing it. You need to actively send a message to somebody. So I'm just look, we're just gonna pull up Facebook, right? And we're gonna do like some Facebook roulette. I don't know what's gonna pop up, so we'll see, right? Hopefully Andy didn't send me some like weird reels, right? I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna pull up. Look, even if he did, I ain't going to those messages. Y'all know better than that. We ain't going there, right? Let's I want to show you some things, right? I want to show you some things. And so look, we're pulling up the Facebooks, right? As Bill Belichick would say, the book face, right? Because he's trying to pretend like he don't know. So look, guys, where is your activity going to come from, right? If you've made a post and you're feeling it's like kind of dead in the water and it's like not going anywhere, cool, great, perfect. Here's what you do, right? Go ask 5, 10, 20 people to make a fresh new post for you. Or if you're afraid of that, try this, right? Go in and I'm going to use like a saved post I have right now. So if you're not doing this, trainers, you should be. You should be saving posts, right? I have one that's called Private Posts. Only I can see what goes on in here, right? And they're all in here. And I just go back to them. This is how I monitor them. This is how I keep them in one place. And this is how I can go back and inspect. Inspect. Guys, people don't do what you expect. They do what you starts with an I. I just said it. Inspect. There you go. So watch this, right? I'm going to help my girl Robin because I love Robin. She's awesome. She's killing it, right? She's going to be at a massive bonus here soon. She's going to be passing her test in a week. Check this out. Robin's got 5 shares. Okay. If we want to help Robin explode the activity on this thing, Robin, this is what you're going to do tomorrow morning around 8 a.m., right? You're going to come up with a list of 20 people that are macho. They're married, they have kids, they're in the right age range, right? They're probably 25 to 45. That's really your sweet spot. 25 to 50, okay, right? But somewhere in that age range, and they've got a decent market on Facebook. Go judge a book by its cover. And if you want a real easy thing to do, right? Send somebody a direct message, ask them how they're doing, ask them if they'll do you for like just a little bit of chit chat, and ask them if they do you a favor. And when they say yes, say, awesome. Would you do me a favor? Would you share this post I got, right? You have a great market on Facebook, and I think you might know some people looking, right? Watch this, right? I'm gonna send it to Haley because I know, right? Just because for training, right? Boom, send. So now what happens, right? Now what happens? It'll pop up there in a second, right? But now I have a sent message to Haley. I shared the post directly to her. And now if she's getting ready to go share it, all she has to do is click that thing and boom. Then once it's shared, stay in the close, right? Stay with that person and make sure they made it public because otherwise, if they have people commenting on it that aren't friends with you, there's probably some weird sort of like cross meta blockage that's going to happen. You won't see it. And and please, right? And make sure that when you're doing this, you've got notifications turned on, right? So I just turned them off. Stay with me, right? Come in here and turn on notifications. Otherwise, you're going to miss some stuff, right? Don't miss it. Listen, Facebook is going to disappoint you. It's not going to give you every single notification. It's not, right? And sometimes you're not going to see exactly who shared it. That's why I'm saying stay in the close with that person as you're asking for that favor, right? That's one way. Look, it's just a way, right? Probably the best way to generate new traffic is to send somebody something and ask them to make a brand new post for you and tag you. Best way to do it, right? And then when they do that, right? Go save the post, turn on notifications, make sure you're tracking that. But then we have some little things that we need to be doing once that happens, right? Guys, you need to remember that if we're going to use your social media, you need to clean it up a little bit, and you need to think about it as your brand, your calling card, however you want to think about it. So for those of you, if you were just looking at at social media, right, and you're looking at my page or Andy and Brittany's page or whatever, right? Like if you clicked on me, well, yeah, you kind of get a quick idea of who I am, right? There's no Snapchat filters on me. There's no it's a clean cut picture. It's obvious who I am, right? It's there. I post family stuff. I post stuff about West Point. I post a little bit of business stuff. But if you scroll my page, right? Well, that one was just kind of funny because I like Dave Chappelle and that one's hilarious. But if you scroll my page, it doesn't scream like Primerica, you're not going to see like every single opportunity post. No, because you want to be able to track it, but you don't want it to like flood your page. Remember, the social media stuff is your brand. Okay. It is your brand. And so if it's your brand and you want to increase your algorithm a little bit, guys, when that post happens, okay, when that post happens, and we'll go back to this one, right? Every time someone comments or on a new post, go make sure you turn on all comments so you can see. But I don't care what the comment is, reply to that thing and drive the engagement. Start having a conversation there with somebody. Who cares? Because what's going to happen is those connections back and forth, the algorithm doesn't care. It's just going to start pushing it into more people's feeds and more people are going to see it. But if you post something and you don't engage with it, you don't use the at highlight feature the 3 times a week like you're allowed to, or at followers, whatever it lets you do, you don't get shares that are public, you don't track them, you're not actively trying to get something going, you're not really doing it, right? And the reason I want you guys to take the initiative, right? Your business is your responsibility. We can give you every tip, every trick, every shortcut, but listen, there's no such real thing as a shortcut. You still got to do the work. There is no magic pill, right? This isn't like the Matrix. It's not like the red pill, blue pill kind of thing. You just got to put your nose down and you got to grind and you got to duplicate. Everybody wants a fast fix, right? That's the society we live in these days. Look, you can make some fast money, but you're not going to get wealthy fast. Even people that win the lottery aren't wealthy. They're rich for a minute. There's a big difference. There's a big difference, right? But this business, not only what we're going to teach you, but the opportunity that you have is the opportunity for you to get wealthy. So listen, guys, the challenge for us right now is to try to compress an entire month worth of activity into the next 6 days. Hear me. Hear my heart on this. Look, you've got the rest of tonight, and then you've got a full 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. You've got 6 days starting tomorrow morning worth of production because it doesn't end until the 10th at midnight. You've got a week, right? Listen, a lot can happen in a Primerica week. I promise you. But you have to be intentional with your time. When you get up tomorrow morning, well, actually, before you go to bed tonight, make a list. This is my challenge for you. This is your call to action. Before you go to bed tonight, make a list of the 20 people that you are going to reach out to tomorrow to share your post, to share something for you. Even better would be make that list and start engaging in some small talk with probably the top 5 off of that list. Because let's be real, we all know that if we make a list of 20 people, the first 5 we put on it are the most important ones. You know it's true. They were the first ones top of mind. They're the most important. Start small talking with those people tonight. Start planting seeds. You will not reap what was not planted. I promise you. Right? So start planting seeds. You got to be a little strategic about it. Because if you just come in cold off the top rope like The Rock and you try to like come in on somebody you haven't talked to in months or years and say, hey man, share my post, you're gonna get ghosted. Cultivate a relationship. Please. I promise you, you have to, right? You have to. So start planting those seeds because that's what's going to pay dividends down the road. Hey, Zalia, I hope that's how you pronounce that. I'm so glad you've told them about it. Have you asked them to sit down and take a look at what you're doing? Perfect. Right? Listen, I'm pretty good with names. I don't remember him so great sometimes, but I'm pretty good at pronouncing him most of the time, right? Me and Andy are a little different in that. He remembers him, I can pronounce him, right? So that's why you got to love both of us. It just is, right? We're a package deal. Sorry, we're a package deal. But listen, I love that you told them about it because we have a funny saying about telling people, right? We say, hey, I love that. What did you ask them? Because if you told them about it, but you didn't ask them to sit down and take a look at what you're doing, it would really help you out to get some training. You got to learn how to give a presentation. Take 30 minutes on a Zoom call. When's better for you, tomorrow or the next day? Did that sound complicated? Did that sound like I want to sell you something? Did I ask you to come buy something? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I asked you to come take a look at what we're doing. Just take a look at what we're doing. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. I just want to show you what we're doing. And listen, either way, I got to learn how to give a presentation. So you're helping me out regardless. Guys, the three words in that whole thing that have to happen, make the ask. Make the ask is going to start changing things for you, whether you're on a client appointment or whether you're just trying to set an appointment. Because if you don't ask, they can't say yes. And if you don't ask, you told yourself no. And that's the problem. Ooh, I know that landed on somebody. I know that landed on somebody. Listen, we call it chicken list for a reason because some of us are too chicken to pick this thing up. Some of us are too chicken to pick it up, right? But you can't be. You cannot be a chicken. You got to pick up the friggin' phone, man. But listen, guys, I just wanted to give you some easy things to do tonight. And there, man, Sherry, did you see my notes? Did you see my run of show notes? You knew what was coming, didn't you? I'm just kidding. I don't use any notes, girl. Get out of here, right? But just do it. You're absolutely right. You gotta just freaking do it, right? So, guys, listen, that's what I wanted to leave you with tonight. Like, listen, call to action, right? What are you gonna do tonight? Make a list. The top 5, you should start reaching out tonight. Tomorrow, you're gonna ask those 20 people to share your post or something for you. Like that is what you're gonna do. Make it easy for them. Send them the post in the message. Hey man, do me a favor, share this, right? If you can make it public, I'd appreciate it. That way, just in case somebody else is looking for it, right? Even better, if you're having that conversation, call them. Call them while you're doing it. I know people say they don't like to talk on the phone anymore, but if it's somebody that you know, somebody that you love, somebody that cares about you, and you call them, are they going to pick up? Most likely. And to be frank, you don't call them unless it's important. Listen, if they don't answer and they're busy, leave a freaking voicemail. Hey man, sorry I missed you. Call me right back. It's important. Love you. Bye. You call me and you leave me that voicemail. I'm calling you as soon as I hear that because I don't know what's going on. But I know it's important because you called me. You with me on that? All right, listen, guys, my time is done. I'm going to bring up Andy. So if you guys don't know Andy, you better. He's kind of a big deal. He's our national sales director, soon to be senior national sales director, right? A couple more promotions, and it's going to happen. But
Receive that. Yes, sir.
I know
Yes.
you do. I know you do because it's
Well,
your
I
time.
was literally talking about that this morning at Circle of Champions to the base shop. Yes. Type in thank you in the Zoom chat really quick for not only Noah, but Haley as well. It takes a lot of guts to get up here. I'll wait, 2 of you. Thank you. Takes a lot of guts to get up here in front of everybody staring at you with those old dead fish eyes, right, everybody? And also deliver content. So great job over there. Great job to the licensing pastors. Great job everybody producing. Great job to some new people on the leaderboard. That was super fun. Great job to John and Honey and team and all the good things coming. Listen, y'all, we got a lot to go over, okay? And y'all know I got 12 minutes, so I'm going to crush these 5,000 slides I got for you. Y'all ready? Anybody just generally in the Zoom chat? Yes? Okay. Everybody put your hands up. I'm proud of you with your cameras on. Put your hands up and see. Let me see your wiggly Zoom fingers. Come on, because you can't clap. Very good, okay? So listen, y'all, lots of stuff to go over with you guys tonight, okay? And I appreciate y'all staying engaged in the Zoom chat so I can help y'all. Number 1 is we have game changers. I have a list of people that have earned game changers right now. Currently, type in now in the Zoom chat if you can hear my voice. I have a list of people that have currently earned game changers and have not yet used them. If you know somebody on this list, please screenshot it, let them know. This means they're allowed to give away a free licensing spot, a free recruit, a free independent business application to somebody they know. Okay. And also on this, you have expiration dates. Y'all know somebody. If you see your name on the list, reach out to your regional vice president because you can get somebody going for free. Here's page 2. Lots of them. Okay. We have a total of 76 on this page. Look at this, y'all. 79 total on all pages together. Look at this, y'all. Great job. All you see your name on the list, super proud of you for doing it. Jefferson Sutherland, I almost fell over when I saw your name on there. Let's not let that go unused, okay? And look at this one, y'all. Great job to all these people, y'all. These people need to go bless somebody else. Would y'all agree with me on that? Yes and yes, okay? And also, we talked about this, but I'm going to keep talking about we are 1 month away from East Coast Builder School. I love you all. You need to get your butts here. Yes and yes. Super proud of Casey Morris. Bought her plane tickets today. Casey hasn't been down here, Noah, since 2024. Y'all, let's get it going again. Yes, everybody. Okay. This is also 100% Zoom friendly and recorded and live stream. And those of you that get a ticket, you can go back and watch the recording later. Make sense, Tanisha and everybody else? Yes and yes. Okay. Register underneath your RVP. Also, does anybody want to earn a cool plaque or any cool of these awards you see in the background? Anybody just generally speaking? Okay. You don't get them unless you show up. Ask Kathy Shields. Didn't show up for 3 years, right, Kathy? Finally showed up, got her plaque. Super proud of you. You got to show up in person, everybody. Scan the QR code. The biggest news, I think, out of all of it was the 500 extra slots. The company's taking 1,000 extra people, 1,000 extra people to Bahamas, y'all. That means a total they have 400 or 4,000 winners. So 2,000 winners, everyone gets to bring a guest. That's 4,000 people. Do you think you have better odds with 4,000 people going or less odds? Anybody just generally in the Zoom chat? Okay. On top of it, the company's doing super crazy this month. Noah talked about it a little bit. We're going to talk about it all month. They're adding an extra $100. So what does that mean? As a representative, 25% commission. Who can tell me how much money you make off a life app? Anybody know? 25% commission, the bottom rung, 250. Right now, when you're field training, y'all, we waive all licensing requirements, no tests. That's 4 different exams you don't have to pass. And when you do one recruit by 1,000 in premium this month only, you get $300. Type in the Zoom chat every time. Somebody type in every time. Air time. Every time with no limit. Noah, I know Noah had over a $3,000 bonus. Jessica Powers had almost a $5,000 bonus, y'all. No limit. You get paid more now unlicensed than you do licensed. Y'all see this, everybody? It's going to be massive. We're going to talk about that. On top of that, how many of y'all are actually going to come to East Coast Builder School? At least try to come. How many of y'all are going to get your tickets if you can come or not? Yes, yes. Okay. I want you to know that we are going to be rocking these afterburn shirts, unfinished shirts at the event. And also, even if you're at home, I want a picture of you doing it, okay? How many of y'all earned your shirt? A few of you did out there, okay? So what I want to do is, Noah, I want to be all inclusive. Everyone coming to East Coast Builder School, Brittany and I are paying for a huge party for you guys in Clearwater, Florida. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Because type in the Zoom chat one app. So right now, until the 10th, this ends on the 10th. Now type in 10th to see who's listening. If you want to get real crazy, you can put in 0.10. That's kind of a 10th too. You would agree. We'll talk about that next week. Yes. Okay. This only goes until the 10th, y'all. One app gets you into the party and gets you a shirt. Y'all see that, everybody? Yes and yes. 3 apps get your partner shirt. You would all agree, Gwen, and all you guys in the call, there's no reason that every single one of us, yes or yes, Casey Kinsey, does not have a shirt, Nicole Carter. Would you all agree with me on that? Yes, everybody? Okay. How many of you guys are going to earn your shirt? Okay. Anybody just generally speaking, Lynn Bevins, just generally? Okay. We're going to have it out there. Also, I wanted to go a little bit retro. You guys okay with going retro? Michelle Burt? Anybody okay with going retro? Alicia Varva? Varvra? Is it Varvra? Like Barbara, but Varvra?
It's Vavra.
That's what I said. Yes, Alicia. You going to get a shirt, girl? Come on, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay. I wanted to go a little bit retro with y'all, okay? Y'all okay? I want to show you guys how massive our team was at our first East Coast Builder School. Y'all want to see this? Anybody just generally? This is our first builder school we did all those years ago. This came up in Time Hop today. I thought it would be good to share. This was our team 8 years ago. Fun fact, the 2 on the left were our regional vice presidents, so they don't count. How many is that, Brianna? Despain, you can do it. Come on. Y'all are being generous. You're including Brittany and I. It's 1. Also notice, look at how nasty those old, honey, how nasty those old dirty bowling plaques were these guys used to do. We really churched this thing up, y'all, didn't we? Look at that. I was so excited. On top of that, we got 1, 2, 3 promotions at the same school, y'all. And that was the whole team. And also, if you look real close to my head in that picture, you can see why I shaved my head. Okay? So what I did was, team, I went back in time, in a time warp. Y'all okay with this? And I said, I want to pull out some old presentations that I used to do 8 years ago. Anybody want to see some stuff? I did try to church up a couple because they're real rough. So I had ChatGPT help me out with a couple. But I want to go back to training you guys what I used to train people 8 years ago. Y'all okay with that? Just generally 4 of you in the Zoom chat? Okay, good. We got 5 minutes now. I only have 45 slides, and I'm going to crush it. Y'all ready for this? Okay, I call this, y'all ready for this? The tale of 2 sales. Put it in the Zoom chat, 2 sales. Okay, I call this the tale of 2 sales. All right, I promise you this is the business in a nutshell. Okay, same opportunity, different outcome. Y'all with me on this? Number 1, fast start and licensing. When you get off to a fast start and licensing, when you're brand new, you got a couple people in your boat. Anybody recruit 2, 3, 4, 5 people? Just generally. The worst mistake everyone always makes, Justine Bowers, they think those 4 people are going to be with you forever. That one girl in the thing quit. Makes sense, Jose Santiago? We'll talk about that next week. Yes, makes sense, right? Okay, I promise you, your job is to get a little crew of people and start practicing and start rowing. Makes sense? They're not meant to get you long range. You couldn't go from England to New York in this dinghy. Would y'all agree with me on that? Okay, you are not going to get to $1 million a year with your little fast start group. Get used to it, family. That's what happens, okay? We've got huge promotions. You guys need to know this stuff. I would double dog dare you to get this from your regional vice president, your upline, and save in your phone the promotion guidelines and check it. You guys know you're in a business where you can get promoted every single day. Yes, everybody, y'all know that? Okay? It's not like your job where you go and you work 40 hours a week and 6 months later you go in for your annual review and they give you a roll of nickels. Right, everybody? You can get a raise every day. Why wait? Good Lord. Right now, team, with the $300, 1 by 1 gets you $300, 3 recruits and $3,000 in premium, brand new. It gets you $1,000. You get $900 from the stuff, and you get $50 for downloading the app and having a pulse. What does that mean? 3 by 3 gets you a G. Type in G in the Zoom chat. If you don't know how to spell it, just look above you. Okay? 3 by 3 gets you a G. Unlicensed. What other company on the planet is going to pay you $1,000 for getting on 6 training appointments unlicensed? Okay? But I want you guys in the Zoom chat, if you had to navigate across the ocean, just generally, read ahead and answer it. If you had to navigate across the ocean, would you want more crew members or less crew members? I don't want to think about now. Some of y'all think about the death ship and all the cruise ship mayhem we got going on. I want you to think about like Christopher Columbus days, the daggone Mayflower. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're making a pilgrimage. Y'all hear me on this? If you had to navigate and you had to set sail, just generally, would you want more or less crew members? More. Why? Why? Because it's like the daggum Oregon Trail. People are going to get snake bites, syphilis. Some of y'all got the daggum diarrhea lettuce out there. Yes and yes. People are not going to make it, team. That's what happens. Y'all get me on that? Okay? Who could unmute themselves very quickly and tell me why you would want to build a big team fast? Anybody can tell me just generally? Go ahead. Unless Noah turned it off. Maybe Noah turned it off.
Because people fall away quickly too, not just, and if you have your core people, then you're going to have people that are going to be with you.
Good. Anybody else, just generally speaking?
You're going to find the ones that stick.
Good. Anybody else? There's no wrong answer. If it was, Matthew would have got it, but he didn't get it wrong. So
meaning more, always get more so you have more and it continues to build.
Good. Anybody else?
You move forward faster.
Good. Anybody else?
Bigger the motor, the faster the boat.
Come on, girl. Y'all see this? Okay. And I want to tell you guys what happens is people either build big fast or they don't. And that's okay. But you are not in a snail-paced hierarchy. Do y'all understand that? Okay, some of y'all need to go look up on the internet what red line actually means, okay? And I call this the tale of two sales. I promise you, you can't outmath Primerica. It's the numbers. You need to know the numbers, understand the numbers, and run the numbers. Y'all tracking me on this? Hear me, team. Type in 40 in the Zoom chat. I'm not talking old English, Dave. I'm not talking getting you a 40 of St. Ives. Some of y'all are old enough to get that, okay? I'm talking about 40% of your team is going to fall off immediately. Harley Taylor, it doesn't matter how good you are, team, they are going to die. God bless America, Sherry. Right? That's what happens. Stay muted, team. I appreciate you, Tori Smith, all you guys muting back out, okay? Would y'all agree? 40% are going to die before you even reach the just like back in the heyday, yes? Okay, back in making pilgrimages. That's what's going to happen, team. Y'all get me on that? Okay? And here's the deal. Every crew member does their fair share, or is at least supposed to. Y'all with me on that? Yes and yes in the Zoom chat? Okay? And what that means is the average crew member does 2 sales. Type in 2 in the Zoom chat. 2. Some people do 5 sales. Some people do 1. Some people do none. The average person does 2. Y'all tracking me on that? Okay. Now, of this scale, there's 3 different levels people generally get to in the beginning. Okay. People take it halfway serious, kind of serious, or people go bananas and they go all in. This is generally what we see in the beginning. Yes, yes, team. On a fast start, people normally get 1 by 1. They get to their 35%. They make their field trading bonus back, whatever they're good to get the license. People get middle of the road. They get 5 by 5, 5 recruits and 5 sales in the beginning. Them personally, they've seen a couple training sales. They get to a 60%. Most people, is it okay, family, if I tell you real quick where most people fail, just generally? Anybody? Okay, and I know it's 9:01, but you also know I really don't care. Okay? Most people fail because they're like, well, 20 by 20 is a lot. And that's only 8, it's only 20 more percent. Y'all see that? Yes and yes? That's just, I don't know. That's a lot. I'd be happy if I just got 5 by 5. Okay. What they don't understand is the compounding effect of your recruits is the lead generation system. Yes, yes, y'all. Like Noah said, do you want to cold call people? Do you want to be daggum telemarketer? Or do you want people bringing you leads? You tell me in the Zoom chat, y'all. Okay. Look at this. This is what the math is always the same. 40% of your team quits. You tracking me on this? Yes. That means if you do 1 by 1 in the beginning, you kind of filly fart around with this thing. Your one guy quits. You can't have no people. Right, everybody? So who's the one, Marcy, that's got to do the sales? Who can tell me in the Zoom chat? If you're one guy or your low numbers of recruit, Roseanne, they quit. Crystal Gay, you're 2 people, Angie, quit. Who's going to do the sales? You do. And if you do the average, your 2 sales is $2,000 in premium. You just made $700 a month. Not too sexy, right, Ivory? Come on, girl. You know, that's not too sexy, right, Ivory? Right? Okay. Look at this. A little bit different. You go 5 by 5. You middle of the road, team. Y'all tracking me on this? Yes? Same numbers. 40% of your team quits. 2 people quit. Okay. Bye, Felicia. I don't care. I got 3 people left in my little dinghy. Yes? Okay, those 3 people, here's the best part. They do the field training because you did field training. You got out of your comfort zone. You called your family. They got to call theirs now. Make sense, everybody? So your 3 crew does the 2 sales, but now you're licensed because you got licensed fast. So who called the people? Did you call the people? Who called the people? Anybody? Just generally? Well, I was right. Y'all starting to get it. I see you starting to get it. Who called the people? Did you call the people? I'll wait, everybody. We got all night. Did you call? They, very good, Marcy. They called the people. They make the bonus. They make the $300. Who makes the commission off those sales? Who can tell me? Me. Now, don't write you, Roseanne. Type in me, everybody. You do. And that, look at this. So you didn't call anybody. People are bringing you leads, and now you just made $3,600. Y'all see this, everybody? Is it starting to math to you yet? You see how John and Honey made $4,000 last week? You seeing it, everybody? Okay. But then there's the big dogs out here that go bananas in the beginning. And this is why fast start. Type in fast in the Zoom chat. This is why fast start is so important. It's not even about the numbers. It's about you getting 20 hours of training. And if you get 40 hours of training, 20 hours of training, you think you probably know what you're doing, y'all? Okay? Same numbers. 20 recruits. 8 of them quit. Nobody cares. Bye, Felicia. You got 12 people left. They all do the 2 sales. That's $24,000 in premium. And because you went after it at the beginning, you got a fast start. You got an 80% contract. Who can put in the Zoom chat, how much money did you just make in your first month? I'll wait. Type it out. Again, who called the people? Did you call the people? Do you all see the importance of building a big fast? Yes or yes? Okay. Promise you, people miss that. They look at the comp plan and they see the commission. What they don't see is the compounding of your lead generation, your referral partners. Y'all getting this yet? Y'all see why we recruit as a team? Yes? Okay. I know it's remedial and Josie's up late. Okay, y'all call Robert. Josie's up late again. Okay. Put in the Zoom chat. Finish this. Blank marks the spot. Amberly, I know you got stuff in your hands. You don't have to type. I know you know it, Amberly. I see you, girl. Anybody else? What marks the spot? Who knows? X. What does X mean in math? Y'all know I didn't go to school. Riley didn't allow me in school. I was asked not to attend. What does X mean? Who can tell me? To multiply. Y'all see this, everybody? That's the multiples. Are you starting to get Primerica yet and compounding and what we're actually doing here? Just yes, anybody? Okay, let me ask you guys, do you think the original exploration teams and settlers were scared? Just generally, anybody. Okay? That's okay to be scared. But I want you to imagine what your life would have looked like if those people never had the courage to leave the shore. Isn't that crazy to think about, team? I want you to think about how good we have it in this country. And it's the same thing with your family. I want you to think about all the dreams you have and what your family's life is going to look like if you don't have the courage to get after it, y'all. Listen, I got a couple slides left. I appreciate you guys, but we need all hands on deck right now. Yes. Okay, we need to move mountains right now. And I promise you, there's one thing standing in our way. Okay, and you need to realize when you have no fear, you have no limits, team. Okay, this is my old presentation. Y'all deal with it. Okay, that's how old it used to be back in the day. Okay, look at this. Emotions are real, but not always true. Tanisha, I just love this picture, right? Because that man looks like his life, Mallory Edlin, is about to come to an end. Yes, everybody? Doesn't that man look like just effing terrified? When all reality, Noah, he could smack the SHT, I'm not going to say it, he could smack the SH, you know what, out of that bird and be totally fine, right, Peyton Creed? Yes and yes? Okay? Here's the deal. I always teach the team, don't cause the problem before it happens. What are you so worried about? Right? How many of y'all have picked up the phone before, just generally? And I'm going to ask you, did you die? Anybody have little kids that are freaked out to do something? They do it like, oh, that was awesome. Okay? Fear. What is fear? It's false evidence appearing real. How many of y'all have ever heard that before? Yes and yes? How many of y'all have little kids that are afraid of what goes bump in the night or stuff underneath their bed? They got to sleep with you're like my kids. They got 17 daggum night lights in their room. I'm like, sweet mother of God, you're going to get a job and pay for this electric bill, fam? Okay? And you need to realize, just like your kids, I want you to imagine if you never got over that stuff, what your business is going to look like or not look like because the fears you didn't face. Y'all make sense on that, everybody? Y'all get that? Most people, the fears you don't face end up becoming our limits. Okay? And I tell you, I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it all over. People come, great people go. Most people, they're not living their dreams because of they have fear, limited vision, and lack of self-esteem. Make sense, everybody? Okay? Look how old I was, man. Look at that daggum triple chin there. Boy, that thing is thick. Okay? What's the benefit in fear? There is no daggum benefit, y'all. The most subtle and destructive killer of all is fear. Fear is a disease, y'all. Yes and yes. Y'all receive this in the Zoom chat? Okay? It is a Disease that spreads worse than you ever imagined. Okay? Limiting beliefs. I always talk about a daggum elephant. You know an elephant when they're a baby, they take a little stake in the ground and they wrap a piece of rope around its leg. Did you all know that? And it teaches the elephant not to try to walk away. But Victoria, Kurt, when that baby ends up growing big, Lynn Bevins, and it becomes a giant, powerful animal, do you know that Sedara sides? Is that real life? Sedara? That's what I said. Yes. Do you know when that giant animal, Darla Jones, gets so big and so powerful, that same tiny stake and same tiny piece of rope, that elephant just thinks he can't get away and doesn't even try? Did you all know that? It's real. Look it up. That's what our limiting beliefs do to us here, y'all. And you gotta choose. The hardest thing about Primerica isn't learning all the terms, isn't learning how to break down an IUL policy or where to do with people's investment money or how to set people up for a will or a trust. The hardest thing is choosing faith over fear. What do I mean by that? The hardest thing is getting out of your own way. Would y'all agree with me on that? Yes and yes. I know it's late. I appreciate you guys, but I really want to deliver this for you tonight, okay? Put in the Zoom chat, does your family deserve a dream life? Okay? There's no reason that we can't have everything and anything we ever wanted. Would y'all agree with me on that? Within reason. How about this? There's no reason we can't have everything we need. You know what I'm teaching my kids? There's a difference between want and need. You can't have everything you want, but you'll have everything you need. There's no reason, team. Okay? I promise you, and you've heard this crap before, I promise you it's not some hoity-toity crap or pie in the sky. It's real. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of the fear that you are avoiding. You know it. I've seen people do amazing things in a short period of times. Why? Because they got out of their own freaking way. And then I've seen them get back in their own way. Over and over and over again. Right, Tracy? The most effective way to do it is to do it. Would y'all agree with me on that? That's why I wanted to bust this sucker out. No, look at this. Daggum Amelia Earhart. You didn't know she went to school there at Williams. Okay? What do you think everyone's biggest fear is? Who can tell me in Zoom chat? What's your biggest fear? Got 10 slides left, Tracy. I'm proud of you. You're on Central Time Zone anyways. I don't care. Stick it out. Okay, what do you think everybody's biggest fear? Failing? Anybody else? Rejection? That's a good one. Well, rejection, would you all agree, is just another version of failure. Yes and yes, everybody? Well, so what are you so afraid of? Like, what's going to happen? They tell you to no? Angie, I always think about when we took our family to Hawaii for an entire month. We flew 16 people to Hawaii. We rented an Airbnb for a month. That Airbnb cost $30,000 just for the Airbnb. We rented 2 Escalades for the entire month. That cost $5,000. Flew everybody out there, paid for it all. You know who didn't get to go? The people that didn't believe me in the beginning. My sister, Ratchet AF. Anybody else have Ratchet family members? Just me? Wouldn't support me, wouldn't sit with me. Anybody else? Come 8 years later when I'm flying everybody out to Hawaii, she's on my Facebook. I'm like, I'm your family too. I said, no, you ain't. Right, everybody? Listen, failure is the tuition you need to pay for the University of Success. Right? You've got to go through it to what? Who can tell me in the Zoom chat? We're almost done. You got to go through it to what? Y'all have heard this crap before. Nobody knows it. No, it's not grow, Emily Lord. You got to go through it to get to it. Type in get to it, everybody. You are not going to get through your success unless you go through the crap. Period. Okay? You shouldn't fear failure, everybody. You know what you should fear? Living the rest of your life wondering what your life would have looked like if you would have gone all in. I love you. I love all different types of companies. This is different. There's lots of things out there, everybody, but there's only one Primerica. Y'all hearing me on this? I promise you. I want you to ask yourself right now, would anyone ever be upset with you if you had an opportunity for them to make endless amounts of money with unlimited time freedom online from home and you wanted them to take a look at it? Put in Zoom chat, everybody, because I'm going to walk you guys through this fear crap you're talking about. When anybody, oh, how dare you, Sierra Scott, think I want to make an extra $10,000 a month? You bitch. Right? Desiree, how dare you think I love an extra 10 grand a month, 3 grand a month, $500 a week? Now I want you guys to ask yourself this. If you could protect all the loved ones against a horrible loss, and would they be mad at you if you wanted to make sure they were protected? Even if they didn't move forward, would they be mad at you for thinking of them? Isn't that crazy how when we switch our mindset, how different this is? Now I ask this, would they be mad if you didn't reach out to them? If Sherry, you have people, we all have people in our lives right now that are praying for an opportunity. They're asking God because they don't know how they're going to make their mortgage payment. And what if they found out you had an opportunity where they can make an extra $3,000 a month online from home and you didn't call them? Ask yourself this, would they be mad at you if they lost a loved one and they had to sell their house, get jobs, they were struggling financially, and they found out that you could have set them up with a life insurance policy to pay them $500,000? Would they be mad at you if they found out you didn't? Let's fast forward down the road. 40 years from now, they're working at Walmart because they can't pay their bills and they can't retire. Would they be mad at you if they found that you could have set them up with a retirement so they'd never have to work again, but you didn't have the courage to call them? Would they be mad at you, Peyton? Y'all see how different that is? That's the way I think, okay? Are you telling me right now on the Zoom that everyone that you know in your phone book and on your contact list knows what you're doing and has sat with you? Is that what you're telling me? Thank you, Josie, for being honest, and all of you guys. If not, why? Make sense? It's not us. It's not up to us to decide. Some people move forward, some people don't. Y'all get that? Our only job is to show. Type in show in the Zoom chat. That's it. Show them. That's it. Let them decide. Okay? I promise you, if you don't do this thing the right way, fear can either keep you in chains or that same fear can push you to greatness. The choice is yours, family. Y'all see this, everybody? I want you to put in the Zoom chat, does your family deserve a dream life? Yes or yes? I'll wait in the Zoom chat. Do you deserve a dream life? The people you love the most deserve to have the things that they need? Then why don't they have it yet? Why aren't they living it yet? Y'all see that, everybody? I promise you, y'all, the people are counting on you to win. Yes or yes? If you all agree with me on that, people are waiting for you to win. They're waiting to see what it looks like. That means they're counting on your kids are counting on you to win. How many of y'all want to set your family up to not go through the struggles you went through when you were a kid? People are counting on you guys. Yes or yes? The only question is, are you going to deliver? The best thing I love about this business and the hardest thing for everybody else is you're the driver, not the passenger. You're going to make all your own successes and you're going to make all your own failures. And I want you guys to know, I love you. I'm not your boss. I'm not your baby daddy drama. I'm your coach. Make sense, Harley? I'm here to coach you on what to do. Whether you take that play or not run it is up to you. I'm not going to do the work for you, but I'm going to help and support you every step of the way. Make sense, team? You're the driver, not the passenger. And I want you to know, whatever you decide, you'll always be my family. I love you guys. It's time to get behind the wheel and drive it. If you saw value, I know we're 17 minutes over, but you also know I don't care. Okay? I love you guys. Let's go do something big. Yes and yes. Let's go deliver for our families. We got until the 10th. You got 6 days to run for that t-shirt, 6 days for the party, 6 days for all the stuff. I love you guys. I can't wait to be surrounded by you guys at East Coast Builder School. If you saw value, go in a chat somewhere and type in Redline Family, because I love you, even if you are dysfunctional.